A man in black attempted to influence the infamous TV series Dark Skies with the introduction and success of the TV show depicting paranormal and anomalous activities such as X-Files and the nationwide extension of Art Bell's late-night radio program Coast to Coast AM. The 1990s emerged as an era of the resurgence of interest in everything eerie. The shows were such massive hits that it was difficult to come up with something as amazing as them. Dark Skies, which aired on NBC from 1996 to 1997 and was later rebroadcast by the Sci-Fi Channel, was one television program that gave it a shot. And with the tagline "History as we know it is a lie," Dark Skies mostly centered on UFO conspiracy theories regarding aliens coexisting with humans, government cover-ups keeping such paranormal information secret, and extraterrestrial attempts to contact humans. The series lasted for a short period of time and included a significant role for the purported secret government organization, the Majestic 12. On the show, real characters like Robert F. Kennedy, Jim Morrison, and J. Edgar Hoover were portrayed. However, the plot was supposed to be fictional, but who knows? The 9 most horrifying words in the English language, according to former President Ronald Reagan, are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." Bryce Zabel, a production director, writer, and TV actor, had definitely heard this saying before, but he probably never imagined that he would hear it while running the television series Dark Skies. He said he was from the Office of Naval Intelligence and he wanted to help us. The story of what Zabel claims occurred in 1996 during the show's premiere party appears to be supported by a recent story in the Daily Star. At the gathering, Zabel alleged a stranger he had never met before approached him and introduced himself as JC. The trailers and details on the program were already in the process of publication, and the premiere revealed that the congressional aide, John Longard, who is looking into Project Blue Book, is approached by members of Majestic 12. The point is that did Zabel have a real-life experience of what he wanted to run on air? They were looking at a disclosure scenario, so how ultimately does this secret become known to the public? Bryce Zabel, the showrunner, claims that 25 years ago at a TV premiere party, a mysterious man by the name of JC approached him and informed him that the government was planning to reveal information regarding UFOs and extraterrestrials, and JC wanted Dark Skies to help by acting as a realistic precursor that could prepare the public to accept these disclosures when the government decided to release them in real. Zabel was aware that upcoming episodes of the series would feature such revelations. One of them included John Longard testifying about Majestic 12's involvement in the JFK assassination to the Warren Commission, the President's Council on the Assassination of President Kennedy, established by President Lyndon Johnson to investigate the assassination of United States President John F. Kennedy. In order to train the public to be less astonished and more open to the ideas, it appears that JC wanted fictional reports like this to play out closely as possible, as the government wanted them to happen when the time arrives for similar discoveries. Sounds both interesting and terrifying. The president just can't come out and say, "Here's everything all at once," so they wanted to see more of the truth through fiction. For instance, JC asked Zabel to create scenarios in Dark Skies that would reveal certain realities concerning UFOs and aliens. The co-creator and co-producer of Zabel, Brent V. Friedman, was aware that this first-party meeting was beginning to resemble the television program itself. "I can't tell you how surreal this was. They wanted to help us come up with some story ideas." Friedman, who was also present at the premiere party, claimed that JC and his associates in the government knew that the remaining episodes of the season had not yet been written or filmed, making it the ideal time to step in and steer the directors in their chosen direction. Friedman had the impression that they did not intend any overt or glaring script modifications, just sufficient enough to make people prepared for such a moving information. JC said to me, "It's a drip system. Get the truth out there in small ways." The X-Files aired from September 1993 to May 2002 and generated a couple of additional seasons, movies, books, video games, and comic books. JC was certainly aware of how popular the paranormal UFO genre was among television audiences in the 1990s. He offered Friedman and Zabel some counsel. He said, "You have a television show that millions of people are watching right now. If we start lacing it with bits of the truth, we are preparing everybody. There is a possibility that the enigmatic JC and his equally strange companions from the Department of Naval Intelligence, quote unquote, were not quite as smart as they had hoped. JC had not done his homework because the show was canceled even before the first session could finish. The plan was to make the fifth season, the show's finale, and show the final conflict between both humans and aliens that took place from 2000 to 2001. However, this is according to Zabel and Friedman's 5-year plan. Did JC overestimate Dark Sky's prospects for success? It's possible, as we've observed that the government struggles to gather reliable polling information in other areas too. Or did they come to the conclusion that the American people were not ready for a trickle-down disclosure of UFOs or for conditioning to embrace the truth about extraterrestrials? In any case, according to Zabel and Friedman, they never heard from JC again. What do you think? Was he really a man in black? Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. This is on Infinity Explorers by Anshul Vastava. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.